Henry, Vanessa, I'd like... Excuse me, I'd like for you both to meet my mother.
Oh.
Mother, this is Henry Chamberlain and his daughter, Vanessa.
How do you do, Mrs. Wexler?
How do you do?
Henry, how did you know my maiden name was Wexler?
What? I heard a great deal about you from Alan. Long before we met in Chicago and before you were married.
Oh.
It's an honor to meet the mother of such a beautiful and gifted daughter.
Thank you. Did Amanda play for you in Chicago?
Play? No. I was referring to her extraordinary business sense.
Oh, I see.
No, I've always felt that talents of that kind are inherited. Were you and your husband active in the business world?
No, we weren't. And I've never gone along with the notion that the talent of any sort is passed from one generation to the next.
Well, I go along with that notion, absolutely. My daughter Vanessa is a case in point. She has an excellent business head. As good, if not better, than mine.
I'm delighted to meet you, Vanessa. Amanda's told me so much about you.
And I'd heard a great deal about you. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. I just hope that our little party for Ben hasn't spoiled your homecoming.
Oh, no, not at all.
Mother, Henry has a fabulous art collection of his own in his home, and he's come all this way just to see Ben's work.
Oh, I see. Well, look, I just stopped in to say hello. I really must go back and unpack. I didn't even go in the house when I heard the laughter down here.
Mother, please don't leave now. I'd like to talk to you.
All right, darling, just for a few minutes.
Good. I'll get you some sherry.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Ben, there was something I wanted to ask you about this painting over here.
Please don't worry, Mrs. Wexler. I assure you your secret's quite safe.
Oh, thanks, Carol.
Hello, Justin.
Sarah, what are you doing here so late?
Oh, I was called in on another emergency. How's Mr. Stafford doing?
Artificial valve seems to be functioning perfectly. The first time since he was brought into emergency, I'm very optimistic about his chances.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Hope the authorities can find his son.
So do I, because he's going to need someone to look after him. Even if he does get through this, he's going to have to be very careful for the rest of his life. Any undue pressure or emotional stress could be fatal.
You have time for a cup of coffee?
Yes, and I could certainly use one.
Oh, is Jackie with Phillip tonight?
No, he's staying with Hope and Alan.
Oh.
Carol, I'll be in the cafeteria if you need me.
Fine.
Is he getting used to Elizabeth not being here?
Oh, Sarah, I don't know. You know, he really just refuses to talk to me about it.
Feel guilty having kept you up all night. But it's meant a lot to me.
I think it was very important that I stayed and that we had this talk and said everything that needed to be said.
Do me a favor, would you? Don't tell Justin you saw me. It's important that I stay removed from everybody at home. I'll work things out more quickly that way, and I'll get home faster.
I'll be coming back here in a couple of weeks to dedicate the new daycare center. Maybe we can get together then?
Mike, I don't think we should. I might be home by then, but at any rate, now that we've had this talk, I'll have to start working on a whole new adjustment with Dr. Burnoff.
What's that?
The knowledge that what we once had is gone forever. It's going to be difficult till I make that adjustment.
Well...
Mike, before you go, one more thing. I hope you find the woman you're looking for to build your life with. And when you do, and you will, I'll always envy her a little.
I want what's best for you, too, Elizabeth. And I'll always be there when you need me.
I know. It gives me a wonderful feeling of security.
Bye.
No goodbyes. I'll see you soon.
And now, the award-winning Guiding Light.
Morgan? Is that you?
Oh,
Hello, Mrs. Richards.
hello, Tim. I'm sorry about the way I'm dressed. I couldn't sleep, so I came down to do some household accounts.
When did Mrs. Wexler get back?
Well, she hasn't.
Well, she must have. Her bags are out on the front porch.
Oh, well, I wonder why she didn't come in then.
Maybe she saw the lights on in the cottage and went down there.
Probably. Actually, I was surprised to find them on myself a little while ago. Ah, yes, here they are. Because when I came back from the cottage, from the bungalow, actually, the cottage was all dark.
Oh, well, Ben and Amanda went to dinner at Hope and Alan Spaulding's, and
Uh-huh.
then they were going to come back here and bring Henry and Vanessa Chamberlain, because Mr. Chamberlain wanted to see Ben's paintings. He came all the way from Chicago. Ben was really excited about it. And before they left, Amanda asked me to straighten up the bungalow for her.
Well, I thought you had a coaching session with Kelly.
Well, yes, we studied down there.
But why didn't you study here? I asked Maggie to stay and fix you something to eat. I knew Kelly would be coming straight from work.
Well, I can't concentrate here. It's too big.
You know, I don't want you to wear out your welcome with Amanda and Ben. You spend a lot of time as it is sitting there for Ben.
I'm not. They're always glad to see me there. And besides, Amanda's really nice. She's easy to talk to.
Yes, she is. Hey, are you hungry? Can I fix you something to eat?
Oh, no, we stopped for burgers before we came here.
I see. What else did you do tonight?
We just drove around.
Oh, I better call Mrs. Wexler and tell her that we're staying here. You know, Amanda might have forgotten to tell her, and she'll be quite startled to come in and find us here.
Are we going to move into the bungalow tomorrow morning?
First thing in the morning.
Oh, that's so exciting, don't you think?
Yeah, that's great, but you ought to let Kelly know first thing in the morning so he doesn't come up here for your coaching session.
Oh, yeah, you're right, I will.
Hello? Amanda, it's Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Look, I'm sorry to bother you, but Morgan told me that your mother's suitcases were on the front porch.
That's right. She came back unexpectedly tonight.
Well, I was just wondering if she knew that Morgan and I were staying here in the house.
Oh, Jennifer, I haven't had a chance to tell her yet, but I will.
Oh, thank you, Amanda. And I'll take your mother's things up to her room now and unpack them.
Oh, why don't you just let that go until morning?
Well, I think I'd rather do it now so that everything will be in order by the time your mother comes back to the house.
Okay, thank you. Oh, by the way, would you tell Morgan what a wonderful job she did straightening up the cottage? I walked in here and it didn't even look like my house when Mike brought my guests back. So please tell her thank you.
I certainly will.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
What did Jennifer want, huh?
Oh, Mother, I completely forgot to tell you earlier. Jennifer and... Excuse me. I'm glad you finally got here.
Sorry we're late.
Yeah, was Henry by the place out yet?
Well, I don't know. If he has, I haven't been told. There's been so much excitement tonight. Mother just walked in a few minutes ago, and we weren't expecting her. I'll walk out with you.
Okay, see you later.
Okay.
Hello, Wexler residence.
Wexler Residence, this is Mike Bauer calling. Jennifer, I didn't mean to call you at work because Lucille might be around.
Mike, where are you?
I'm in Zurich.
But this is the second time today you've called me from Switzerland.
Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to tell you about my change in plans. Decided to take the first flight out in the morning. Well, that is, it's tomorrow morning, your time.
Yes, but it must be 5:30 in the morning there. What are you doing up at this hour?
Well, I never went to sleep, actually. I ran into an old friend of mine, and we spent the night talking.
You're going to need a week's rest by the time you get back here.
No, not at all. I'm going to get a few hours sleep on the airplane, so I'll be in great shape. And figuring the time difference, I should be in Springfield around dinner time tomorrow. Tomorrow for you, tonight for me.
It all sounds rather confusing.
I didn't wake you, did I?
No, I'm still up. Tim just brought Morgan back. But this call has got to be costing you a fortune. Was there anything particular you wanted to tell me?
Well, yeah, I called to ask you to have dinner with me when I get back.
Well, Mike, that's very nice of you, but don't you feel you should wait and see how you feel when you get in?
No, I know how I feel. I feel like having dinner with you.
Well, it's just that tomorrow might be kind of busy. You know, we're moving into the bungalow tomorrow.
Oh, well, good. Perfect. Remember, I promised you I'd help you move, and I'm going to be able to keep your promise, so... Well, so that's settled.
But you're a hard man to argue with.
Well, you shouldn't try to argue with a lawyer anyway.
I'll come to Wexler's and pick you and Morgan up, and then we'll drive over to Hope's and get the rest of the stuff that you've stored in her basement. And
then we'll go to the bungalow. And get you settled in, and then we'll go out for dinner.
I'm exhausted just listening to you.
Well, I'll be very glad to see you. Talking to my friend tonight made me realize how much I missed you.
But starting tomorrow night, we'll make up for lost time.
Jennifer, are you still there?
Yes. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, all right? Have a safe flight. Good night.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Why?
Well, you just look sort of sad.
No, I'm fine. I better go upstairs and unpack Mrs. Wexler's things now.
Justin, you really ought to go home and get some rest.
I will as soon as I check Mr. Stafford again.
You look awfully tired.
I am. I'm a little worried about Philip.
Why?
Oh, I felt terrible about leaving him off at Alan's earlier this evening. He was so looking forward to spending a quiet evening with Alan and Hope when we get there and there's this party going on. Philip felt very awkward and out of place.
He didn't know anybody at the party.
Well, Ross was there, and I asked him to spend some time with Philip, but Ross can be very easily sidetracked.
Well, I don't know your brother very well, but I do know that he was seeing a lot of Eve for a while.
I hope he keeps on seeing her, because I think she has a very good effect on him.
I don't know, because I stopped in the shop very briefly today, and Eve said that she hadn't seen much of him lately.
That is probably because Vanessa Chamberlain is in Springfield.
That name sounds awfully familiar. Who is she?
She is the daughter of Henry Chamberlain, the man who just completed the huge merger with Spaulding Enterprises.
High finance.
High finance, you've got it. Well, anyway, Ross used to be engaged to Vanessa.
Oh.
And I think he's still attracted to her, probably because she represents everything he seems to be interested in at this point, like wealth and power.
Somehow it doesn't sound like any brother of yours.
Well, Ross wasn't always that way. She broke off the engagement and married someone else. It really changed him. I think Ross is a very confused guy right now. And I just hope he realizes how good Evie is for him.
Hi, Mom.
Tim, hi.
Hi, Dr. Marler.
Hey, Tim, how you doing?
So, Mom, I was wondering how much longer you're going to be here, because I wanted to drive out and see Kelly about something.
Well, actually, I was going to leave pretty soon, but that's okay. I can call a taxi.
I'll tell you what, why don't I drop you off right after I check Mr. Stafford?
Oh, that'd be very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
You're quite welcome.
Okay, I'll see you in the morning, then.
Okay.
Good night,
Bye.
Dr. Marler.
Good night, Tim. Well, he looks great.
Yeah, he's got a terrific outdoor job for the summer, but, I don't know. I think, he's going through a lot of inner turmoil.
Oh, really? About what?
Well, this is the first time that he's really been serious about a girl, Morgan Richards. And he's got, well, a lot of feelings that he doesn't quite know what to do with yet.
Oh, I think the first time is the most confusing, all those feelings and emotions, It's all part of the human condition. I don't know whether we ever really get used to them or not.